Today, I will give you an overview of the whole visa application process in Korea. I will give you tips and tricks on how to master each one of those steps, from finding out what the visa requirements are to living life as a resident in Korea. Let's go. Before we continue with the video, I want to let you know about my newsletter, Digital Nomad Korea, where I send out a weekly newsletter about being a digital nomad in Korea with the latest guides, tips and tricks and updates, everything you need to know about being a digital nomad in Korea. Let's continue. So, I've been through this visa application process many times. I was an exchange student. I went on the business trip. I did a working holiday visa. I applied for a startup visa. I know what it takes to go through this application process as smooth as possible. So today, I will walk you through 10 steps of the application process so you know what to expect when you apply for a visa. So first, we check the visa requirement. We gather all the documents that is required to apply for the embassy, get a visa grant notice, fly to Korea. After we arrive in Korea, we have to make an appointment. And when we make an appointment, we also have to collect all the required documents to submit to the immigration office, get your resident card, and after you get your resident card, you can finally begin your life in Korea. Those are the 10 steps. And let's go to step number 1. So first, we will check the visa requirement. If you know which visa you want to apply for, just head over the website of your nearest local Korean embassy. If you then know, oh, I check all the visa requirements, you can head over to the next step. The next step is to collect all the required documents to submit to the Korean embassy. And each embassy and each country has their own set of requirements. So only check the website of your nearest local Korean embassy and don't be in Germany and look at the website of Singapore or Dubai. Only look at what is required on that website of your nearest local embassy. I know this part is a little bit confusing and stressful because, let's say, Germany requires this kind of document, but then Ireland or England require a different set of documents. Compare all the different embassy websites and you come to the conclusion, I don't have all the documents. Well, you don't need to. You only need the documents that you go to apply for that certain embassy. So here is the list of what you usually need. Is the application form, the passport, a copy of your passport, a photo ID, copies of your degrees, a travel insurance, a criminal background check, and additional documents that is required for your visa. For example, invitation letter or employment contract. So now you have to submit all your documents to the Korean embassy. Well, this step will also vary from embassy to embassy. Some embassies will require in-person submission. So you have to make an appointment and go there on the date and submit all your documents in person, and they will go through with you all the documents. Oh, you got this, okay, good, you're good to go. Just wait 1 week and we send out your visa grant notice. And on the other hand, you also have the postal submission. So a postal submission can be a little bit stressful because you don't know when you will receive all your documents back and your flight is in like 2 months or 1 month or a couple days. So just trust the process and it will arrive on time. Usually it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get your documents back. So after you've submitted all the documents, all you need to do now is just wait until you get your visa grant notice, because all your documents will be then sent to Korea. Some worker in Korea will check all the documents again, see in the database if there's something wrong or right with the documents, and they will just manually send it out, and you are now eligible for the visa, and we send you a visa grant notice. So now all you need to do is arrive in Korea, because all the preparation up until then is all been clarified. You got your visa, you are in Korea, but unfortunately your job is not done yet. Get a Korean phone number as fast as possible. Find housing to get a booking confirmation or a rental agreement. Make an appointment at the immigration office. Why do you need a Korean phone number and a rental agreement? Because the rental agreement will show you which jurisdiction you can make the appointment at. Because in Seoul and outside of Seoul, there are 3 different immigration offices, and depending on where you live, you will be assigned to one of those 3. you have to make the appointment within 90 days of arrival. This step is quite similar to the one you did for the embassy, but here you have to prove residency. And now you go and submit all the documents to the immigration office. I know this part is like the most nerve-wracking one, because you've been preparing for this for the last month, like from getting all the papers for the embassy, going to Korea, and now it's all in the hand of the immigration officer that decides if you can live in Korea or not. And I know it's like you check all the documents like 20 times, like I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this, check, 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 check. At least 20 or 50 times. I know, I go through it every time, and you just hope you get a good officer, a nice one, and everything goes smoothly. But the thing I would suggest you should know the visa that you're on better than the immigration officer, because they do different kind of visas, but you have to be the expert on your visa and know everything about it. So the officer will go through all the documents again. They won't say anything. You just sit there quietly. Don't speak unless they tell you to. So if everything goes well and the officer has nothing to say, and they will just hand you a piece of paper that states, do you want to pick up the resident card or do you want to have it delivered to your home? I usually like to get and pick it up on a certain date, because you know, okay, nothing can go wrong. When they say that, you know, okay, my job here is done. My job is done. I've done everything, and finally I get my resident card. On the day you receive your resident card, here are the things I suggest you to do in there. First, go to your mobile phone provider and tell them, I want to connect my ARC or resident card to the phone number, because with that you can do mobile authentication, which will be needed every time you want to do something online in Korea. And the second thing you need to do is open a bank account, because in Korea the ecosystem requires local credit card more often than you think. I personally have Hana Bank. They have very good English support, and up until now, I don't have any problem with them. Everything goes smoothly and my card hasn't been declined. Congratulations, you can now finally live your life in Korea as a resident. You have all the benefits that also Koreans have. When you travel outside of Korea and come back, you don't even need to stand in line where all the other foreigners were, because you now are a resident. You can go to the fast lane where the Korean passport holders are and just walk right through the automatic immigration. What you just need is your passport, you scan it, scan your face, walk out. Super easy, super fast. So those were the 10 steps of the application process in Korea. I know each one of those steps has his set of requirements that you need to meet, but as long as you follow all the rules and stick to the guide, you will have no problem. So if you found this video helpful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, digitalnomadkorea.com, I suggest you to do it, because then you always get the latest guides and tips and tricks on how to be a digital nomad in Korea. And if you are interested on finding housing in Korea, I made a comprehensive guide on what you need to do to find the perfect apartment for Korea. Click here. And if you want to know how to go through the immigration office and process, click here. Bye-bye.